All right, this is unprecedented. We've never done this before.
First time ever.
But I guess we'll try to reach the king. CJ is going to call the king. We're going to get the king on the line. Dustin wants to talk to the king. There's a big match. I don't know what you want to talk to the king about. You want to talk to him about your match or what? All right, are we connecting? Is it ringing?
No, I'm here.
All right, the king is on the line.
The king. Hey, welcome to Hang Up and Listen on Memphis Sport Live. It's Dustin 5-Star Lawler. And we've had callers here just a few minutes ago that called in, and they don't only want me to beat you. And this is a quote, they want me to beat you to death.
Oh, really?
Right there at Minglewood Hall, at Madison Avenue, just a few minutes from where I am right now. Where are you, King? You can come by the studio if you'd like.
Yeah, well, Dustin, I'm in the airport in Dallas, Texas, on my way to a match tonight in Midland. I got to board the plane in about 10 minutes here. Why are you bothering me? What are you calling about?
I wanted to call live on the radio here in Memphis, and people are going to hear about.
Wait a minute. We were live on the radio.
You
right
are
now.
Live on Sports 56, 87.7 FM for the entire Memphis community, and then also people listening around the world on the live stream at memphisport.com. I wanted to tell you right here in front of everybody that I am coming for you, Jerry Lawler. I am going to beat you worse than you've ever been beaten before. I am going to smear my forearm in your face. I'm going to push you down. I'm going to stick my foot across your throat and choke you. I'm going to slam you, and then when I'm done, I am going to do the unthinkable. We are going to shock the world. My Maria will be at ringside watching her heart throb. Pin you 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring, Jerry Lawler, and there is nothing that you can do about it.
Are you through?
Am I through? I could go all day long. I've been thinking about this since I was a little boy, getting into the ring with you, Jerry Lawler, and beating you.
You're right. I'll bet you have. I bet you've been thinking about this since you were a little boy. But let me just tell you this. Let me tell you what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking about getting on this next flight. I'm thinking about going down to Midland, Texas, which honestly I don't even have a clue where it is. But I'm signed to do a match there. I'm going to get off the plane at about 2:08, it says. And I'm going to get somewhere where I can watch the football game today between Alabama and Mississippi State. And then I'm going to go over to the arena, wherever it is, and I'm going to beat somebody. Then I'm going to get on the plane tomorrow, and I'm going to get back to Memphis in time, hopefully in time that I can watch the Cleveland Browns beat the Houston Texans.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, listen, all of that is much, much more important to me than listening to you run your little mouth or telling me about how you've dreamed of this match all your life. Because let me tell you what you are to me. You are insignificant. You're just a little loudmouth pest. You're like a buzzing mosquito that I'm going to have to swat Thursday night. Let me tell you, and I'll tell you what, like I said, watching the Cleveland Browns tomorrow is much more significant to me than worrying about wrestling you Thursday night at Minglewood Hall. And as a matter of fact, I'll just tell you how it's going to go down. You've talked about all of this stuff that you're going to do to me. You're going to put your foot on my throat, and you're going to choke me. Oh, let me tell you how it's going to go down. Sometime Thursday afternoon, I'm going to dread the entire day because it's going to take valuable time out of my day. But sometime Thursday afternoon, I'll pack up my bag, I'll get in my car, I'll travel down to Minglewood Hall, I'll put it on autopilot, I'll wait till a bell time comes up, I'll go out, get in the ring with you, I will be bored stiff until finally the strap will come down and I will beat your ass. And that's the way it's going to happen, Dustin. And you can have your little girlfriend around the ring, and she can think you're her heartthrob or whatever it is that she thinks you are, but you're going to be embarrassed right there in front of your little girl, okay? And that's the way it's going to go down, and it's simple as that. Now, that's the way the king handles his business in Memphis, and that's the way I'm going to handle it Thursday night with you, Dustin Starr.
You know what,
I'm back in the king.
You're back in the king. You're turning your back. Lawler, let me tell you something, man.
First of all, you couldn't tell me anything. You might ask me something.
All your life.
Don't tell me anything. I've forgotten more about wrestling than you will ever know, Dustin.
For the 40 years that you have been the king, you have always run the show. You let politics help your way through and launch your career and everything else. But you know what? You are powerless right now, Jerry Lawler, because I'm in studio and you are not. So you know what we're going to do right now for everybody to see? Kevin, you know what we're going to do?
We're
going to hang up on this sucker. Hang up on him, CJ.
You just go ahead.
We're done talking to you, King.
I can't hang up on the king. Are you serious?
Hang it up.
Hey, I don't know about that, Dustin. That seems somewhat disrespectful. He is the king.
It's going to be all said and done on Thursday night at Minglewood Hall. Lawler, you've been the king for 40 years. Back in the 1970s, you defeated the fabulous Jackie Fargo to become the king of Memphis. Now, 40 years later, the tables have turned. The roles have reversed.
I see you've read my book. All you're trying to do is relate the story that happened to me years ago, and you're trying to put yourself in my shoes.
Because it's
let
my
me tell
turn.
You something. Those shoes are way too big for you to fill, Dustin Starr.
I thought we were hanging up on him.
Wait,
hey,
Dustin, come
in
on.
your girlfriend's shoes.
Dustin, do not hang up on him.
Hang up on him.
Don't hang. Oh, Dustin he has hung up on Jerry the King Lawler.
That's how we
How
do
dare
it.
you hang up on the king?
That is Jerry Lawler.
Now what
He's
will
the king of
happen?
Memphis. He's the king of wrestling.
The king is
He's
going to
my
have to
childhood
think
hero.
about me every single day leading up to Thursday, and it's obvious
Come on,
that he's
Dustin.
taking it
Come on.
lightly.
Dustin,
I've beaten Bill Dundee. I pinned the Hurricane last month.
That's great. The Hurricane's the Hurricane. Dundee is much older, but for
Much older than who?
Jerry Lawler. But that's my childhood hero.
Don't worry,
everybody
guys.
listening's childhood hero. The King is a friend of the show. He's been on the show
I'll
multiple
take
times.
full blame. I'll take full blame. But just like I said, the tables have turned. Now, just like he was in a position to make a name for himself against Jackie Fargo, now I'm in a position to make my name for myself
All right.
beating Jerry Lawler.
All right, Dustin.
Dude, how cool was that? He said, "I see you've been reading my book."
All right, Dustin. We let's get the hang up and listen music back on. We're gonna take a couple more phone calls here. Dustin is interrupted. Hang up and listen. CJ, get help. I know you can't get Dustin out of here, but get him out of the studio for a minute.
Okay.
He needs to cool down. He needs to cool down.
I'm telling you, Memphis, it's going down Thursday.
He was not even supposed to be on the show yet. Jumps in here and says we're going to call the King.